All right, here we're talking mainly about the uh, endoplasmic reticulum, but we're also going to talk about some other organelles. So, in general, we're talking about organelles here. But we already talked about the nuclear envelope or the nucleus, and we're about to talk about the ER and the Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, vacuoles, plasma membrane. Other types of organelles would be mitochondria and chloroplasts. But we'll talk about each of these um, and what their function is. I'll briefly talk about, we understand the nucleus. What you don't understand is about the ER and the Golgi, but I can talk about lysosomes really quick. Lysosomes, there are things called lysosomes and peroxisomes. Peroxisomes are not listed here, but lysosomes are like your stomach. So your stomach is an organ that you bring things into it, and you have some nasty chemicals in there that digest things, and you wouldn't want that stomach acid to leak out into your body. Well, you have the same problem in a cell, and so you create the lysosome, which is essentially stomach. You bring things that are hard to digest into the cell, and you put it into the lysosome, and then you change things like the acidity and add some things that can digest the food, whatever it is you're trying to break down, and you can do it inside the lysosome without damaging the cell. So the lysosome is essentially the stomach of the cell. Vacuoles are storage areas, so they are found in prokaryotes. This is one thing that they sort of have an organelle. It would be a vacuole, and these are just membrane-bound compartments where you just store stuff up. In plants, you find these a lot. They store a lot of water, and they can also store carbohydrates dissolved in that water, so it's sweet. That's where you get like nectar and things like that. So this happens in plants more than in bacteria or animals, but they also have them, just not as large. The plants have very large ones. The membrane itself is considered kind of an organelle, and there actually are things called vesicles. Can't quite see this down here, but sometimes you can make those bud off either inside or outside the cell and store things in there and even send messages to other cells using vesicles. You can put certain proteins or even RNAs in there and send them off to absorbed by cell type, just kind of sending messages between cells. The ER, the endoplasmic reticulum, the nucleus. There is which has ribosomes all over it. The idea here is that you're really making proteins, and they are. Kind of creating new membrane with protein. So the ribosomes are to different places. It might be an organelle. So if you've seen a small bubble attached to a large, to a small bubble merging with a big bubble, board. No, I can't do it right here. merge with the first cell. They are synthesized metabolic. A particular place to the Golgi. Do the 3D here. Lysosome is they're kind of close to the cell. It's a big If you're gonna read about mitochondria.